I can't really remember a time when I wasn't going to church. I think my family really instilled those values into me. I started with my family kind of encouraging me to go to church and stay involved in church, and then it became kind of personal and my relationship when I was probably in high school. And Joe and I didn't meet until our, I guess, spring break of our junior year in college, and pretty soon after we started dating, we started going to church together, and then after we got married, when we moved to Macon, that was, I think, the top thing on our list was to find a church. When we moved to Macon, we knew that would help us kind of make Macon feel like home.
It was challenging for us to start a family. We always really wanted kids, and something we had talked about from the beginning of our marriage, and it took us a while to get there. The time that we went through between when we started our marriage and when we had Anna Jane, we couldn't have gotten through it without the church and the people in the church. And I still remember the words that people shared with us as we were going through that journey, and they still encourage me to this day, and I just really, we couldn't have done it without them.
People that I didn't necessarily know well in the church would reach out to us and send cards and food, pray for us. So it really was a blessing.
I wake up thankful every day that we have her in our life. Well, when we first met with Jimmy about baptism, committing her to the church and everything, it's just a no-brainer for us, really.
And it's an outward sign that we're committing our lives to, grow her and help her find Jesus. And with the help of the church, we can't do that alone, and we need the support of our church family. And I can't think of a better church family to help us do that. And they prayed for her and prayed for us during the journey. So it just seemed like we were just so excited to share her with the church and experience that day.
We just really wanted to show her that this is a commitment that we've made for her and her life.
And it's a constant journey. It's never ending. You're constant learning new things and being reminded of things that I should do differently, and just constantly trying to be more like Christ. And now I have another reason to do that, to be a good example for my daughter.
I try to live with others' interest in mind, and really just not for my own personal gain. And I mean, as I sit here today, I really feel like I'm living for her.
I just pray that Anna Jane comes to have a personal relationship with Christ, is comfortable and confident, wherever she's living, that she can always find a church family to be a part of, to grow in her relationship with Christ. And I pray that Joe and I can be the support for her to be able to do those things.
I loved her from the moment that I saw her, and every time I see her, I've got just the biggest feeling of joy that I've ever had. And if I love her as much as I know I do, then I know that God's got 10 times more love for her than I ever would, and so I know that she's in really good hands, and so I just couldn't be happier about what she's got ahead of her.